Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm gonna talk about Reiki and what it really is. There is so much confusion and misinformation about Reiki healing. Some people don't even realize that Reiki is actually a serious spiritual practice. So my goal for this video is to demystify Reiki and give you my personal perspective on it. So I think it makes sense to start with a little bit of my background. I was certified and trained in traditional Usui Reiki system almost 25 years ago. My teachers were the carriers of the Usui lineage, and the more I practiced Reiki, the deeper my understanding of the system became. With time, I've developed my own methods of working with Reiki that have deepened my practice and made the healing that I provide for myself and others more effective. What I'm going to share today is the result of my practical experience and years of theoretical research. So I hope you will find this video helpful. So what is Reiki? Let's take a look at its character. A Reiki character consists of two parts, Rei and Ki. There are many different interpretations of this character. Rei can be translated as transcendental spirit or limitless substance. Also, it can be translated as hidden force. Ki is the general term for all life energies. We can say that Ki is the Japanese version of the Chinese term Qi or the Indian term prana. Ki is a subtle energy that surrounds and penetrates all of life. There is no life without Ki. The cause of any disease is a violation of the healthy flow of Ki in the subtle body. In other words, when there is an imbalance of Ki in a certain organ, it becomes ill. That is why it's essential to maintain proper circulation of Ki for good health. Ki determines our vitality and vigor. Based on this interpretation, many define Reiki as universal life energy or spiritual energy. There are different forms of Ki, and Reiki is one specific form of Ki that we use for healing. We're not going to dive deep into each of these forms. Instead, we'll focus on Reiki. Dr. Mikao Usui was the founder of the Usui Reiki Ryoho system. However, when Dr. Usui channeled the Reiki healing technique, people in Japan were already using the word Reiki. Please keep in mind that Dr. Usui didn't name this system Reiki. He called it Usui Reiki Ryoho to make it clear that this is a unique kind of Reiki practice. So how can we tell if somebody practices Usui Reiki? Well, first of all, we have to remember that Usui Reiki is not just a healing method, but also a spiritual tradition that has its principles, practices, rules, and requirements. Being initiated into Usui Reiki also requires a commitment to follow the spiritual path and perform certain exercises and meditation practices. Let's talk about Usui Reiki attributes. Usui Reiki practice requires for you to be initiated, attuned into this tradition. You cannot really practice Usui Reiki without receiving an attunement directly from a certified Reiki teacher. Self-initiations are not really practiced in the Usui tradition. Along with the attunement, you receive all the necessary knowledge, exercises, practices, and meditations that you need to perform in order to be an effective Reiki healer. Also, you get introduced into spiritual aspects of Reiki that become your spiritual path for this lifetime. Usui Reiki has a spiritual lineage. Usui Reiki lineage starts with Dr. Mikao Usui, whose name should be on your Reiki certificate. Secrecy of symbols and mantras. Reiki symbols and mantras that students receive during their training should not be shown to those who are not initiated into Reiki level 2 and 3. All Reiki symbols have power and remain active until they are properly de-energized. To keep these symbols printed or written on paper or other materials, or to show them in a video or in any other public way is not allowed and is considered irresponsible. Reiki is safe. Well, because Reiki is a divine energy that is guided by higher powers, it can never cause harm. However, the Reiki attunement as well as Reiki healing session can start a cleansing process that may affect the physical body as well as the emotional and mental bodies. Reiki can bring to the surface toxic emotions and thoughts that you need to purify yourself from. Spiritual nature of healing. The Usui Reiki system involves healing by revealing the patient's spiritual potential. Dr. Usui said that healing the body starts with spiritual healing and called Reiki a spiritual method of healing. By spiritual healing, he meant restoring our connection with spirit, spiritual path. According to the Usui system, Reiki is a spiritual path. It doesn't require you to believe in God, but rather to search for your own spiritual truth that brings you closer to your higher self, your spirit. A Reiki practice consists of 5 elements. So, Reiki is not just energy healing. It actually consists of 5 elements. These elements are 5 Reiki principles, breathing technique, hands-on healing, symbols and mantras, and attunement. During your Reiki training, you receive knowledge about all these 5 elements from your Reiki teacher. So, this is a brief description of the necessary attributes of the Usui Reiki system. In summary, Reiki is a spiritual and energy healing system based on a deep understanding of the structure of the universe, according to which all processes inside and around us are controlled by matter of the highest order, conscious energy, Ki. And the practice of Reiki itself is the art of managing Ki energy. I hope this video was helpful and answered any questions about what Reiki is and how it works. I would love to hear about your experience with Reiki. What brought you to Reiki? Please share your journey in the comments below. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel. See you next week.